Hey guys, Happy New Year! Welcome back to another physionic video. All I wanted to do in this video is just kind of go off the cuff. So this is not going to have an article, as you guys are familiar with. Usually there's an article linked below with a ton of sources and all that jazz. Well, this is off the cuff. I didn't plan any of this. I didn't think of anything to really say. The only thing that I did look up was the 3 biggest New Year's resolutions that people have when they go through the new year. And this is extremely common. I'm sure you guys are well aware of this, that people love to just go all out, balls to the wall, as people say, when it comes to their New Year's resolutions. So that said, the big 3 that I quick looked up on the internet based on just a few polls on a few different websites that relate to fitness or medicine or anything physiology related are 1, weight loss, 2, increasing a person's fitness, and the third one is just general health. People want to get healthier. Of course, people have different contexts for why they want to do certain things or why they're waiting for the new year to actually implement some of these changes, but we'll just kind of go at it from a general perspective. I just kind of want to touch on it. This is all just opinion based, just based off of my experience and what I know, not necessarily based on any sort of specific studies. So the first one is weight loss. And I wanted to give a general recommendation when it comes to weight loss, that people, again, like I said before, people just go nuts. Like they just think, okay, January 1st, I'm gonna cut out like 1,500 calories out of my diet, or I'm gonna cut out all of these foods, and then I'll lose a bunch of weight. And sometimes, I mean, people do end up losing a decent amount of weight, but it's always with this end goal in mind, and typically that end goal tends to be unrealistic. It doesn't seem, it's going from very comfortable lifestyle of this is how I eat and this is how I've been eating for 30 years or 40 years or 20 years or however long it's been, and suddenly I'm just going to make this massive drop and massive change and then go in a completely opposite direction, and that tends to backfire. So one recommendation I wanted to make is, 1, make small changes. And honestly, this is going to be a repeating theme through the 2 others, but small changes. Just make something that you know you can live with, and make a conscious decision. You have to make that conscious decision of, this isn't going to be a short-term thing, because we know diets don't work. Diets simply don't work. So you have to make a conscious lifestyle decision that you can start it on January 1st, but it's going to have to continue for basically the rest of your life. So if that means, well, cutting back a little bit on a particular meat, or maybe cutting back on one thing or another, well, that's fine if you can see yourself doing it long term. And another recommendation that I wanted to quick touch on is, don't set your goal to be just this extreme thing. I think when it comes to New Year's resolutions, people get so bogged down in getting a massive number, just saying, oh, I'm going to drop 30 pounds, this absolute number, that they tend to fail, because they might lose 10 pounds or they might lose 7 pounds or whatever, but then they start kind of faltering in February or even at the end of January, and then they never reach their goal, and then it's a repeating cycle. Every year they never hit their goal. So what I would say is, aim low. So reach success, taste success, have a feeling for what success is like, and then you'll have a better idea of how to go about it. So once you taste that success and you hit that goal, then you can hit another smaller goal. And it's to get you in that mindset of going from small goal to small goal, and then eventually you'll realize, oh my God, I just hit a huge goal by hitting all these small goals. So a small goal when it comes to weight loss would be something like 5% of your body weight. Just aim to lose something like 5% of your body weight. Not much. If you're 200 pounds, that's what, 10 pounds? Something like that. It's doable. It's very doable. It's something that somebody can do no matter what. But by the end of January or by the end of February or whenever you end up getting that goal, which is very feasible, very easy to do, then in that case, then you could brag about it. I mean, hell, most people are going to be ending up talking about, well, oh yeah, well, I had this goal, but it didn't work out. Or, yeah, I'm still at it, but not really. They're not really doing it. They're just kind of saying that they are. But you will be able to say, yeah, I had this goal, lose 5% of my body weight, done. Done. And then it'll make everybody else feel bad. What up? No, I'm just kidding. But you will reach taste that success like I was talking about. Let's see, another one was fitness, right? So fitness goals, again, start small. I mean, that's not too revolutionary of a thought. I would say that if you don't have a gym membership, I would not recommend that you get a gym membership necessarily. You certainly can, and that's not by any means a bad thing. Go for it if you want to get a gym membership and start getting involved in the gym, but just go in there and have no expectations for yourself. Just go in there and just experiment. You're like a new animal to a new environment. Like, just sniff around and smell and well, not literally, but figuratively smell the equipment, and just go up to it and just kind of feel it out, see what you enjoy, what exercise do you like. Like, go in there maybe with a list of exercises you just found on the internet and just try them out. Like, it's not like you have to sit there and immediately set a base and then immediately start building off that. Just have fun with it. I mean, the most important thing, I think, is for psychological health to go into a fitness program and have fun with it from the very beginning. And if you're not having fun with it from the very beginning, again, that's sustainability, which is something I always preach. Sustainability, you're going to fail if you don't have fun, at least for the majority of your time on a fitness program. So that's big. I would say definitely start small, start modest, and then have fun with it. And the last one is health, which, again, I'm just going to say start small, start modest. It's much better to start small and start modest and accomplish those health goals as opposed to just going and making these massive leaps, especially in health. I mean, it's not as big a deal. Like, if people are trying to change their health, it's usually because they've gotten some sort of lipid profile, or they've gotten some blood results back and it's just not been good, or they've had a heart attack, or they've had, their family has a history of heart attacks. Somebody in their family has had a heart attack or has cancer or whatever. Like, it's usually pretty drastic. It's probably a pretty good reason. And I think it's relatively rare for somebody to just wake up one day and just be like, I want to be healthier and I'm just going to be healthier, and then they're successful. Typically, it's because of some interjecting circumstance that ends up causing them to want to be healthier, or kind of scares them stiff into a position where, okay, now I need to really focus on health. So that said, I think, again, while those emotions and that feeling that you get from wanting to be healthier and feeling healthier is great, you want to control it to a point and slowly use it on a smaller goal, a more modest goal. And then when you hit those modest goals, again, with this one in particular, it's extremely gratifying, and because you're really essentially elongating your life by focusing on your health. So seeing these small improvements and continuously making these small improvements, I think this one's probably the toughest one, because you don't always see changes. Just because you're trying to be healthier doesn't necessarily mean that you're losing weight or gaining muscle or whatever it is. Although those two are very important components, they're not the only thing that a person can aim for, especially if they're just trying to change their lipid profile in their blood work. So again, kind of just to recap, I really recommend people start small, do something that they can consistently do for months and months and months and months and years of time. And because you're focusing on things that are small, you're going to be far more successful. And when you have those successes, celebrate, okay? I mean, I'm not saying necessarily just forego everything you just did and just, screw it. All right, celebration, I made my 10-pound weight loss. All right, great. Now I'm just gonna eat a ton. No, that's not what I mean. But in some other way that gives you gratification in life, if that is, go to an amusement park or go to, I don't know, whatever, go to a football game, whatever it is, go to an artist exhibit, whatever it is that floats your boat in another way that's not going to be detrimental to your goals, then you should reward yourself and make this New Year's promise to yourself, this New Year's promise to the people around you, a highly, highly, highly successful one. You will be one of the people that will be, in the end, successful. Hopefully that was informative. I hope that I was able to, it's not so much informative, it's just more of just me kind of talking, but I hope that you're able to get a little something out of it. And if you've got a different opinion on, if you've got a unique approach to this, I would love to hear it, absolutely. And I will definitely reply to you if you comment below and let me know a little bit of your strategies on how, or maybe your New Year's resolution. If you'd like to tell me that, then I would absolutely love to hear that as well. And that's that. As usual, I have to plug my channel, so please subscribe and like and share the video, and I will see you in the next one. Have an awesome one. See ya.